All India Radio. Seithikadhambam.
ஹரிஜன் சேவாக் சங்கத்தின் 90வது ஆண்டு தொடக்க விழா இன்று சென்னையில் நடைபெற்றது. இவ்விழாவில் கலந்து கொண்டு சிறப்புரையாற்றினார் தமிழக ஆளுநர் திரு ஆர்.என். ரவி. அவர் பேசுகையில்,
Mahatma Gandhi was one person who looked at this country as a family, as one family, oru kutumbam. And when you have a family, every member of the family is important, whether the member is a weak or a strong, more educated or less educated or uneducated, prosperous or poor, every member of the family deserves dignity and equal opportunity for progress. Our Harijan brothers and sisters, extremely marginalized. We often use the term downtrodden. Downtrodden is a relative term. The fact is the Harijans are at the bottom. This fact was deeply appreciated by Mahatma Gandhi, and he conceived and constituted this organization, Harijan Sevak Sangh, for the benefit, for uplifting the Harijans to the levels where other communities of our country, other people had reached. Gandhi's model of, his idea of India and his model of development was India is a family, and the development must be from the grassroots, from the lowest. You know, often people will say that Gandhi's talisman, when he asked, whenever somebody is in doubt what to do, what not to do, Mahatma Gandhi had given a simple formula. When you are doing things and when you are going to do things, and just think of in your mind the poorest, the most deprived person which you have seen, you have come across, and then think whether your action, is it going to touch that person? Is it going to help that person? If it helps, you are doing a noble cause. Go ahead, do it. He always lived and died for the people, those who are at the lowest, at the bottom of our social pyramid, or economic pyramid, or all the pyramids, all that, whatever you may, whichever pyramid you may like to constitute, economic, health, education. Now, unfortunately, after Mahatma Gandhi left, he could not live long. We adopted a model of development which was essentially driven by power politics. The social aspect of it, that the family aspect of it was relegated to the background. We started, our people, the governments started development plans, well-intentioned development plans, but when they were implemented, in their implementation, it became Darwinian in the model. Those who were capable, those who were educated, those who were rich, prosperous, those who were powerful, they took the benefit more. And the people, those who were left behind at the lowest, at the bottom, like Harijans, they remained deprived. They too got something. Not that they didn't, they did get. But the relative gap kept becoming wider and wider. Now, take the case of our own state, Tamil Nadu. It so happens that in our analysis, in our talk, when we talk about development, when we talk about progress, we rely on data. We have the proud privilege of being the front-ranking state in the country in terms of education. Education is measured by a formula called GER. gross enrollment ratio. Now, gross enrollment ratio is a formula internationally accepted that works on that how many children, boys and girls, let us say school education. So between the age of 6 and 18, how many children are in school? That in 100, the number of children who are in school determines the ratio. Suppose we have 100 children and all the 100 are in school, it is 100% GER. But that's not the case. In our country, our average is, we are way behind. We are about 28%. That means 28% children who are school going are in school, rest are not. When it comes to Tamil Nadu, we have 51%. Great. That 51% of the children are in school. So we have every reason to be very proud of our achievement. But now look at it, they go to the micro level, at the grassroots level. How is the distribution? When it comes to Harijan, among Harijans, this gross enrollment ratio is about half the national average. So when our state average is 51%, among the Harijans, which includes scheduled castes, Adi Dravidas, it is just about 13 to 14%. Getting education at the rate of 70%, 75%, that is why the average comes down. So look at the gap. Now in our macro story, we forget the people, those who actually deserve the care. It pains me to feel and to see it, that in a state like ours, Harijans, among them education, they are so educationally backward, half the national average. Now, we all talk about social justice, we all talk about a model of development. It is all noise. Let us be compassionate, let us look into the data, look at how it is. When it comes to job, again when we find the Harijans, their representation in the government, in the top category, there is hardly any, very few, handful. But when hardly they come to class 4, class 3. So in all these 7 decades, have we done enough to lift them up? It's not only that. Even when it comes to justice, I have gone through the data, the crime data. And it is very painful. We all know that in our state we have untouchability. We have many areas where Harijans are not allowed to common access to the temples, to the water sources, even to the schools. Why? What have we done to ensure that the most shameful thing called untouchability still exists in our state, which we claim to be the most progressive state? We need to think about it. In the din and noise of politics and power politics, we forget the reality of our society, how deprived they are, how deprived a large section of our people are. When it comes to justice system, when we have untouchability, we have very strong law that anyone practicing untouchability, the presumption of law is, unlike in our jurisprudence, in our criminal justice system, the law presumes an accused, a person who has been accused of a crime, as innocent unless the charge is proved.
இத்துடன் இன்றைய செய்திக் கதம்பம் நிறைவு பெறுகிறது.